Thank you for joining us. Please rise as we begin the program with Hatikva, followed by our national anthem.
Imagine a world built with kindness. Imagine a world filled with love, friendship, and peace.
עולם של אהבה, עולם של אחווה, עולם של שלום.
Liba
The third day of Elul is the yahrzeit of Rav Kook, Zichrono Livracha. In March of 2015, a song was released by the choir of Yeshiva L'Tzirim from Yerushalayim, Israel, in memory of the 8 students murdered on March 6, 2008, in Yeshivat Merkaz Harav. The song was written with lyrics from the Sefer Orot HaKodesh, written by Rav Kook, Zichrono Livracha.
The lyrics reads as follow: Ben Adam, a person, Aleh lemala aleh, keep rising up. Ki koach az lecha, because you have great power. Yesh lecha kanfei ruach, you have spiritual wings. Kanfei nisharim abirim, wings of royal eagles. Al tichachesh bam, do not deny them. Peni chechashu lecha, then maybe they will deny you. Devoshotam, demand of them. V'matzu lecha miyad, and they will appear to you.
The song reminds us that if we have emunah in Hashem and in ourselves, that we can go higher and higher and do anything.
לזכור טוב אמת, לא ששתי מילים גוספו, במעדן החטא, לא מצאנו את עצמנו, אין אותם לכחש, התרבות הזאת לא לנו, כי בליבנו אש, אני הקטן, השופט שבין כולם, עומד פה נראה נדהם, ואני הקטן, האחרון שבעם, עומד פה נרגש ונפעם, כי אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים כל יום יהללו חסלה, כי אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים כל יום יהללו חסלה, וכלה נפסד החומר, נחש החושון משקר, כשעוצמים את העיניים סוף האמת להתבהר, וקשה לתבוס בשכל, גם הדמיון פה מאכזר, אבל יש שליט לעשר, ואותנו הוא אוהב, ואני הקטן, השופט שבין כולם, עומד פה נראה נדהם, ואני הקטן, האחרון שבעם, עומד פה נרגש ונפעם, כי אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים כל יום יהללו חסלה, כי אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים כל יום יהללו חסלה, כי אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים כל יום יהללו חסלה, כי אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים כל יום יהללו חסלה, קדוש.
Erev Tov, good evening. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight in celebration of our beloved SAR and in support of the SAR Scholarship Fund, which aids so many students in their quest to receive an outstanding Jewish education. It is really a great pleasure to see all of you here tonight. Over these months, we are reading Sefer Shemot, the story of the exodus of the Jewish people from Egypt. The word exodus comes from the Greek word meaning going out, a clear reference to the theme of the Sefer. While our common reference to it as Sefer Shemot derives from the first words of the Sefer, the Greek name Exodus is more deeply connected to the narrative and the theme of the Sefer. In fact, this Greek name is derived in some form from the original rabbinic name, Sefer HaGeulah, what Chazal called Sefer Shemot, Sefer HaGeulah, the Book of Redemption. Ramban, in his introduction to Sefer Shemot, raises the following question regarding the name. He asks, if the book is about redemption, presumably referring to the redemption from Egypt, why is the entire second part of the book included in Sefer Shemot? The Jews will have already left Egypt by next week, 2 weeks from now in Parshat B'Shalach. Why are all of these elements, including the instruction and construction of the Mishkan, actually part of the redemption story? On the basis of this question, Ramban shares the following important teaching. The exodus from Egypt was not simply a physical redemption, an escape from slavery and oppression. If that was the story, only about freedom from slavery and oppression, it indeed could have ended much earlier. The Sefer is organized as it is to teach us that Jewish redemption is not, in the words of Isaiah Berlin, just a freedom from. It is a freedom to. The true redemption affords us the opportunity to build a spiritual community with God, with Hashem at its center. The true redemption grants us the freedom to use our strengths and capacities to create a sacred space that is a celebration of meaningful living on earth. A Jewish redemption requires that we get involved and help bring sanctity into the lives of the community. Tonight, we celebrate SAR as our own Mishkan, our Mikdash Me'at, as a modest but most beautiful manifestation of this spirit of Jewish redemption. At SAR, an inspired, passionate, dedicated group of educators and families partner to help shape and build a very unique and most sacred learning environment, where the sounds of Torah and Tefillah permeate the buildings, where chesed, kindness, and love shape the way that our children live their lives, where commitment to the Jewish people combines with curiosity and concern for our fellow citizens, where love for Yahadut, for Torah and mitzvot, blends with curiosity and an openness to the world. It is a place infused with love for Medinat Yisrael, and where students develop a sense of care and concern as citizens of the world. Tonight, we celebrate the educators and lay leaders who have helped create a redemptive space which empowers its children to live inspired and sacred lives in the service of Hashem and community. Thank you for all that you do to make SAR the special place that it is. I would like to take as well a moment this evening to express Hakarat HaTov to a very special group of people who helped make this evening possible. First, I express thanks on behalf of everyone here to our dinner chairs, Michelle and David Levine, and Jessica and Jason Muss. I ask you all to please stand. Michelle, David, Jessica, Jason, if you could stand for a moment so that we can recognize and express our appreciation to you for all your hard work on behalf of SAR. To our journal chair, Alice Leibowitz, and her team for your incomparable dedication to this project. And thank you to the chairs and committees who worked on the catering, the decor, and the gifts. It is amazing how somehow you're able to transform our high school each year into a different kind of stunning ballroom. And of course, to our faculty and staff, without whom this evening would not be possible. I also want to take a moment to make mention of the tremendous number of young alumni joining us this evening, graduates of SAR High School who are here. We so love that you are here tonight. Thank you for making the effort to join. I would like to thank our tech team, Rabbi Avi Bloom, Andy Sandler, and the tech team. And finally, to our remarkable development staff, to Heidi Greenbaum, Heidi Kane, Sarah Hassan, Rachel Spinner, and Deborah Ice. We take a moment this evening to acknowledge the passing of a matriarch of our SAR community, Ms. Lottie Bravman. We offer nichumim to Mr. Lou Bravman, Yibadel Chaim, and his family, whose presence is very much missed this evening. I am proud as well to welcome the following spiritual leaders and dignitaries who honor us with their presence this evening. We welcome Rabbi Yitzhak Blue Greenberg, Rabbi Ruvain Fink, Rabbi Shmuel Greenberg, Rabbi Shmuel Hain, Rabbi Barry Katz, Rosh Kehila Dina Nyman, Rabbi Josh Lookstein, Rabbi Esther Lepatin, Rabbi Gidon Rothstein, Rabbi Levi Shem Tov, Rabbi Josh Wald, Rabbi Jonathan Morgenstern, Rabbi Jeff Fox, Rabbi Chaim Marder, Rabbi Akiva Block, Rabbi Anat Sharbat, and Rabbi Hillel Axelrod. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We welcome as well State Assembly Jeffrey Dinowitz and Council Member Corazon Pineda Isaac. Thank you so much for joining us. At this time, I ask you all to please turn your attention to the screen.
Don't stop me now.
Moving our kids to SAR was definitely probably one of the best decisions we ever made. It's such a perfect environment to raise kids and teach kids.
One of the things I really love about SAR is that the kids just sort of naturally seem to have such great values that are inherent in the school and in their families. It's just intrinsically a part of what they're doing at SAR. And they have Chesed Day where they go out and do great things. Older people in the community and names and not numbers, performing at the River Jail Old Age Home. Like, I think the kids just naturally embrace that.
Let's first congratulate Leo Weiner on a great finals win versus...
We love SAR!
Our kids are thriving now, and I think it's because of the foundation they had at SAR. They all love Yiddishkeit. They're all very comfortable in their own skin.
Our stories have made us the people we are now, and we should be pretty proud of that.
I volunteered to do the Learning to Look program. I ended up really loving the experience, and I really got to know a lot of the kids here and the teachers here in a way that I never would have if I was just going in as the mom.
I think community service is really about being a giving person and meeting people on their own terms. I think a community is made up of individuals. Those individuals have unique aspects. It's about really recognizing that and connecting with them on their individual level.
Being part of the SAR community I just felt like it completed me. The bonds we felt with the other parents and with the faculty here. It was really the first time in my life I really felt what it was like to really be part of a community, not just to read about it.
We tend to get very involved in the things that we believe strongly in, and SAR is one of them. And we always wanted to be part of that community and serving the community.
Every community they enter with a full heart, followed by action.
So we had just moved to Houston. I took a new job in Houston. And then Hurricane Harvey hit. And it was the third major storm in 3 years. It devastated our community at the United Orthodox Synagogues and the Barron Academy. I felt helpless. So I contacted Rabbi Harstark and Rabbi Krause and tried to make a connection with them and see, is there a way that we could start raising funds? And then a whole process started. Students were involved. They've had a whole Sfarim project and an opportunity for people not only to connect over a tragedy, but to do really good deeds. We want to thank Rabbi Harstark, Rabbi Krause for really taking our kids in and really embracing them and really doing such an amazing job, and for all the leadership you have here and in the community. Everybody where we travel, and certainly in Houston, looks at SAR as sort of the role model school, the paradigm of what a good yeshiva should be. We thank the faculty for inspiring our kids, for motivating them, challenging them at every step along the way, for really everything that they do.
Barbara and Howard, over your many years as part of the SAR family, you have been there to support the cause in any way possible, each of you drawing on your respective unique qualities and talents, and always with patience, warmth, and love. Barbara, you taught the Learning to Look visual arts education program to Academy students for years. You co-chaired SAR auctions, Shabbatonim, bringing people together and bringing in critical funds for our annual campaign. Howard, regardless of the time of day, the country you were in at the time, the intensity of any given day of yours as a world-class neurosurgeon, you always were able to take the call, to make the connection, provide the care, and give your attention to the particular family in need. I have been so inspired by your warmth and kindness of spirit, by your matter-of-fact way of helping people in the most significant ways, and always with the most modest smile. We thank you both so much for all that you have given to the SAR community and for the many ways in which you have supported the cause. We know that Hannah, Noah, and Leo, and the rest of the family are beaming with pride at this moment, and it just does not get any better than that. Barbara, Howard, it is my honor to present you with this year's Michael Schreck Memorial Community Service Award.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Rabbi Harstark. To our dear friends and family, our friends, the Yoshers, are here from Houston. Thank you to the esteemed faculty and rabbis, to our parents for teaching us about community and service. It's so good to be back. We are here because we love SAR and really everything that it stands for. SAR to us is a place and a community that is all about love of Judaism in Israel, respect and kindness for others, and open-mindedness about engaging in challenging but necessary conversations about how to be a committed Orthodox Jew in today's world. We are so proud of our kids, Barbara and I, Hannah, Noah, and Leo. And as SAR has taught us, we are most proud of who they have become as people. The school gets much of the credit for this. All of us as parents recognize that each of our children are unique and special in their own way. And SAR embraces each child for who they are as individuals and ignites the spark that makes each of them special. This was apparent to us in every interaction at the school. The faculty knew our kids with all their individual qualities and rooted for their successes with true authenticity. They pushed our kids to grow in directions academically, personally, and religiously, and in ways that none of us could have anticipated. The faculty here helped our kids attain a vision of who they could become. What more could parents ask of a school? So thank you for the kind and beautiful words, for the generous support of SAR, and for an evening that we will always remember. Thank you.
Erev Tov, thank you all for being here. I'd like to also welcome Rabbi Yitzhak Genack, the Rabbi of the Rudolph Jewish Center. Thank you for your attendance. Great leaders are judged with high standards. As we read the parashah of Sefer Shemot and we reflect on the leadership of Moshe Rabbeinu, we can focus on the qualities that made Moshe Moshe. His humility, his sensitivity to the pain of others, his ability to argue, even with God, for what is right and what is just, and also to plead for mercy on behalf of those who made mistakes. But we can also study these parshiot, and if we choose to, we can look for the missteps, the things that he could have done differently, or the things that he neglected to do that he could have proactively done. This exercise, too, could be instructive. The Midrash tells us when Hashem declares that Moshe's days are numbered in Sefer Dvarim, Hein karvu yamecha lamut. And Moshe is insulted. I used the word Hein to praise you when I said Hein la Hashem Elokecha hashamayim ushmei hashamayim, and you're using that same word to punish me? But God responded, Iyatazachor, Moshe, don't you remember the other time you used the word Hein? When you were asked to lead the Jewish people, and for a moment you responded, Vehein lo ya'aminu li. For a brief moment, Moshe doubted not only himself, but he doubted his people, and he doubted his mission. Not only did he question his own ability to succeed, but he questioned the people he was charged to teach and to lead. And even with all of the greatness of Moshe Rabbeinu, for this momentary lapse of faith, he was taken to task. If there's one thing that this institution stands for, it is the belief in people, and especially in our children. We believe that they can learn, so we find strategies that work for them. We believe that they can be engaged, so we think about how to engage them. It is no secret that this past week has been one which included many challenges for our school. At times, the weight of those challenges, from the mundane, like school buses showing up in the morning, to the hard responsibility of coming to terms with our past mistakes, to eradicating bullying from our halls, all of these things can lead us to momentary lack of faith in our mission, in our people, or in both. But tonight, I'm inspired by the people in front of me, by our incredible teachers and administrators, and the belief that they express in our children every day, by the lay leadership, volunteers who spend hours and hours serving the needs of the school without always getting to experience the day-to-day experiences of the children they are serving, and by our parents and donors who make it possible for 1,500 kids to receive a quality Jewish education. So tonight is a night of celebration. Tonight is a night of Hakarat HaTov. And tonight, we are blessed to have honorees who have used their belief in people to make a tremendous difference in our school and in the world. What an honor to celebrate people who use their belief in humanity to heal the sick, to literally house and feed and clothe those in need, and to shower our children with tremendous love, passion, and energy in and out of the classroom. Thank you all for being part of that world, and thank you for celebrating SAR tonight. Please direct your attention to the screen.
Over the past 18 years, I've been given the ways to be my best self. SAR, when I first came here as a student, was very warm and very open. We were always being encouraged to learn in our own ways and to stretch our minds. This place still has the incredible heart that it had when I came here as a 10-year-old.
They're awesome. Love my students.
At SAR, it's not what we learn in the classroom, it's what we learn in all the moments in between. The Shabbatonim that we have together, it's the trips we have together, it's the chesed opportunities. It's being able to be a part of all those moments that makes me love coming to work every single day.
As a teacher, she thinks of every one of her students as her own, and that's really clear in the way that she speaks about them and tends to all of their individual needs.
I'm so excited that next year I will, God willing, be here to see the first Sinai class come into this building and really meet the needs of children at all ends of the educational spectrum. That's amazing.
She is just kind, and she's in it for the right reasons, and she's so committed to what she does that spirit is infectious, and people have no choice but to just follow along and jump in with her.
Elon is an amazing boy who was fighting cancer last year. So we went to visit him in the hospital, and we really tried to keep up his education and his wonderful social life. But toward the very end of the school year, I got an email from his parents that he felt well enough to come in and he wanted to celebrate with us. And we had every single 6th grader cheering when Elon made his way into that room. There was nothing more beautiful. It was a gift to bring my kids to SAR. As a student, I loved every minute here, and knowing that my children would also love school, that was an amazing feeling.
Allie brings an incredible amount of excitement and energy and spirit to the school. Her excitement and enthusiasm are infectious, and her students just always gravitate towards her.
I love teaching children. I love learning with children. I hope I have another 18 years in me. I want to thank Rabbi Krause and Rebecca Ostranagata for giving me the opportunity to grow in my role in the past few years. I'm really enjoying being GLC in addition to a 6th grade humanities teacher. All of my students over the past 18 years for making this so much fun. The 6th grade team for being the most wonderful group of people to come to work with every day, for always being so supportive and for working together. My parents, Devorah and Mel Bleiberg, for choosing SAR to send me to all those years ago. It was a really great choice. And I want to thank Daniel and Ami and Ashi and Judah and Nina for being the most wonderful people to come home to every day, and for understanding when sometimes they don't get the bright and shiny Mora Alley, but a slightly more tired version. Thank you guys, I love you.
Earlier tonight, you were presented with a beautiful paper cut and formally given the Audrey Shurgin Memorial Faculty Award. I was blessed. I had the zechut to know Audrey Shurgin when I was a student in SAR. And when I think of her, I think of somebody who had not only tremendous competence, but a tremendous amount of energy, passion, and love. Did so many things for so many people. When someone asks me what Allie Bloom does in this school, it takes a long time to answer that question, longer than the time that I was allotted to introduce you tonight. From the love that you showed to your children, to your students, and to all of the students in the grade and beyond, or even in camp when you really needed, to the tremendous amount of creativity that you bring to your work, to being looked upon as a role model by your peers and the people around you who need guidance, who need support, to all of the things that you do in and out of the classroom and around the school, and so many roles that you filled in this school. On behalf of everybody here and all of the children of the SAR, we would like to say thank you, kol hakavod, and we're honored to present you with the Audrey Shurgin Memorial Faculty Award this evening.
Hi, everyone. I'm used to being up here to adjust podiums and microphones for my graduating dancers and drummers. This is quite a different feeling. It was right after Shabbat on June 3rd of last year when my cell phone started buzzing. The caller ID said Binny Kraus. My first thought was, uh-oh. On my end, here's how the conversation went. Shavua tov, boss. How are you? He's sick? Oh no, you want me to do what? Really? Are you sure? Me? I'm perfect for this? Thanks, I think. Okay, see you in the morning. As soon as I hung up the phone with Rabbi Kraus, I did what I usually do in SAR-related moments of excitement or confusion. I called my walking buddy and confidant, Jenny Sokol. Jen, I said, David Winter is not available and Yoram is sick. Guess who's leading SAR in the Salute to Israel parade tomorrow? Without missing a beat and knowing me so well, Jenny started laughing and replied, "Dream come true! You must be so excited." The parade. Why would I want to be the one responsible for the playlist, the marching orders, and announcing SAR Academy and SAR High School to New York City and all the thousands of people who come to watch and cheer on that Sunday morning in June? Maybe it's because it's the best dance party imaginable in celebration of Israel. I never turn down a good dance party. Maybe because I love jumping up and down like I'm 12 and screaming in the ears of the ever-patient Nick to turn up the music even louder. Definitely possible. Maybe because I love the idea of my daughter Nina and all my female students seeing that a woman can do this too. We had both our amazing principals walking us down Fifth Avenue, but they chose to hand me the mic. Thanks, guys. These points are all true, but when I think about it, the reason I was so excited to lead us in the parade is because of the immense pride and joy I feel in SAR each year on that June morning. At the parade, no one is more colorful. Somehow, our art department outdoes themselves each year to have us festooned with bright, bold, gorgeous banners and props. We are awash in color and streamers and schmutchiks. that only enhance the gorgeous faces of our hundreds of children. Others may walk in very straight lines, but we are dancing and singing our way down Fifth Avenue with music blasting, huge smiles, hoarse voices, and more energy than I can adequately describe. This is who we are. We are bright, bold, and colorful. We are huge smiles and open minds and waving hands. This is my message to you, members of the SAR community. We may not be perfect, but no one is more passionate. We are filled with commitment to excellence and joy and boundless energy and growth mindset and love for children, Torah Yisrael, Am Yisrael, and Eretz Yisrael. We nourish hearts as well as minds. We teach by example to dance instead of just march. No one was more aware of these goals than Audrey Shergan, Aleha Hashalom. As someone who directly benefited from Audrey's brilliance and passion, I am humbled and more than a little awed to accept this award. I loved Mrs. Shergan very much. She has been with me these past 18 years. I'd like to imagine she's watching me right now and is more than a little proud. Finally, Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki leolam chasto. I am immensely grateful to Hashem for all he has blessed me with and for all of you. L'chaim, everyone. Here's to the next 18 years.
Thank you, and Mazal Tov again, Ali. It's an honor to welcome my colleague, our colleague, Rabbi Aaron Frank. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also an expression of Hakarat HaTov to our Executive Director, Deborah May, for all that she has done and continues to do for this event and for so many other things happening in our school. Thank you. Please direct your attention to the screen.
Dear Rabbi Harkstad.
Dear Rabbi Krause.
After graduating from SAR.
Never doubt.
Dear Rabbi Krause.
Dear Rabbi Harkstad, I've been thinking a lot about my past, and I want to express my gratitude to you and all of SAR High School for changing my life.
Dear Rabbi Krause, our year with you has been, frankly, our favorite school year.
Our grandson loves school, and his transition has been easier and more seamless than we ever could have dreamed it would be.
In my previous school, before I came to SAR, I felt like the teachers dismissed me because my grades weren't on par. This all changed when I came to SAR. The culture you and the teachers created allowed my true potential to finally emerge. For the first time, I felt that someone outside of my family truly believed in me.
Dear Rabbi Hartstark, dear Rabbi Krause, you guys must be doing something right. My daughter and her friends from SAR are so passionate about their Judaism, selflessly devoted to their community,
and determined to make a difference in other people's lives.
From our son's very first day, we have been continually impressed by your commitment to chesed and to instill charity in all of your students.
Every person we have met, from his teachers to the administration, has been kind and loving and welcoming.
Dear Rabbi Krause, I asked my daughter today if she gets along with her classmates, and she laughed and said, "Mommy, what a funny question to ask." She couldn't even fathom an atmosphere where the kids are not kind.
If there's one class in the day that my son is looking forward to, it's Chumash. He has grown immensely over the past year, and SAR has helped him to appreciate the importance of Torah, Chesed, and Medinat Yisrael.
As I prepare to make Aliyah, I owe a serious Hakarat HaTov to you, and I truly attribute so much of my unwavering passion for living a life of Torah and being an Ovedet Hashem to you and SAR.
It was in the halls of SAR that I interpreted what the grand conversation meant for me. I want to dedicate my time in the Marines performing Kiddush Hashem. Tomorrow, I will start to be an officer in the United States Marine Corps.
I am an American. I am a New Yorker. I am a lover of Israel. I am a proud Jew. Without your tireless work, investment in me, and care for me, I would not be the man I am today.
I am overwhelmed with gratitude to you and to the whole staff and community of SAR High School for instilling such wonderful values within me and for always being such a warm and inspiring home for me.
There is not a school in the world that would be a better fit for our son.
SAR has been amazing for our daughter. Amazing ruach, love of learning, love of Yiddishkeit and Israel, and a real sense of community. We owe you everything for our daughter.
This is certainly a credit to you and his amazing teachers and the warm and devoted SAR family that you have created together.
It's such a special place. I really hope that everyone has the opportunity to be a part of this community.
Hi everyone. Tonight's dinner is an amazing success. We are so grateful to our SAR community who support and endorse the tireless efforts of our administration and staff to bring our children the finest Jewish education imaginable. And we are so grateful to the dinner committee and to all of those who worked so hard in making this dinner such a triumph. We raised over $3.5 million tonight, all of it dedicated to the Scholarship Fund. There's also a note of solemnity in tonight's gathering. This week, as Tully mentioned, we have lost 2 stars in the SAR galaxy, Mrs. Lottie Brovman and Mrs. Lillian Steinberg, 2 matriarchs of the Riverdale and SAR communities. We cannot let pass an evening where we celebrate the achievements of the school without acknowledging our deep debt of gratitude to these founders and supporters. We send our deepest condolences to both the Brovman and Steinberg families and know that the success of SAR is a tribute to the support of and dedication to our school since its inception. Yehei Zechram Baruch.
Good morning, SAR. Boker Tov.
We feel so blessed to live in a community like Riverdale, and that we have the opportunity to send our children to a school like SAR. SAR is not just a community, it really is an extended family, and it's something that I am so proud to be a part of. The values of kindness, compassion, and respect are at the cornerstone of SAR's mission.
The school really instills in the kids a love of learning, respect for their peers, respect for our tradition. It's an excellent confluence of being open-minded but being grounded in our traditions. The love for Eretz Yisrael and Am Yisrael is very apparent. When you walk through the school, the children see it and breathe it every day. One of the foundations of the school is Ahavat Yisrael. The children learn things that are practical to their lives. The Torah that they learn, the character that they're building, the ethics that they learn is towards making them better people and members of our community and members of the world at large.
Dear 7th graders of SAR, you cannot imagine how moved and excited we were when we received the beautiful cards that you created for the residents of the MJHS Zicklin Hospice residents in Riverdale.
We're very proud to be involved in the school on many levels, both helping the administration where we can, being involved in the classroom.
There is a limitless number of ways that parents can be involved in the school. There is something for everyone to do.
So Lauren and I have the privilege of serving on the executive committee, where we get to work with founders of the school, the principals, and other administrators, where we really see the real dedication that they have to the mission of the school. I urge all of us to participate and get involved in SAR as much as possible.
I'm very proud to be involved with the Chesed Committee, and it's really a system of support for families going through various life cycle events. We want people to know that if they're going through something difficult in their life, you're not alone in this. Your school is going to be there for you.
David has a lot of wisdom and a lot of thoughtfulness.
Very, very involved in all aspects of the school. He is extremely level-headed, very, very smart, very analytical.
Lauren is a very serious thinker. It's very satisfying to work on things with her because she brings her whole neshama to any project that she does. She has a sweetness about her that transforms any project that you're doing truly into a thing of beauty.
I have taught in the inclusion program. I've assisted in Hebrew reading groups. I've taught enrichment clusters, learning to look, a sign language enrichment cluster for a few semesters. And I've just learned from SAR, from the administration, how to really They allow the students to find what is their special talent and how they can best tap into the subject matter.
Lauren and I would like to thank Lou and Lottie Brobman for their vision for SAR and everything they've created over these many decades. Jack and Gitti Bendheim for their leadership, Rabbi Krause and Rabbi Harstark for their unending devotion to the school and to the students, my mother for her unending devotion to me and to my siblings.
I'd like to thank my parents for always being there, our family in Israel and California, our children, Sadie, Kayla, and Yakir. We love you guys.
Mazel tov, Mommy and Daddy. We're so happy for you.
Wow, you all got a bird's eye view of what our guests of honor are all about. Strong family and community consciousness, Torah values, chesed, looking out for people on the margins of society, really menschy in every way. While Lauren is busy doing all these excellent deeds, David, there was a time where you could find David biking off to the sunrise every workday, getting to work faster and trimmer than any of the rest of us, and then putting us out of work with his artificial intelligence software. So tonight, we pay homage to these paragons of virtue and tenacity. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guests of honor, Lauren and David Lieberman.
נשים את הצרות מאחוריי, אני לא הולך עד שכולכם מג'נונים. היי, שמעתי שהתחלתם בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. היי, הראש כבר מסתובב כולם בהיי, לא נעצור עד ש...
Thank you, Jack, for that very kind introduction. We are humbled to be receiving this honor here tonight. We are moved by the vision of the founders of SAR, who began many years ago with an idea of what a school could be, and have been able to see over several decades how their efforts have been realized in the successful school that SAR is today. We are inspired by the teachers and administrators who adhere to SAR's mission, but in many ways go above and beyond, day in and day out, with their dedication and commitment to bringing out the unique potential in each and every child. We are humbled by this community, parents and families who are truly there for one another, who are accepting of differences and are there to support one another through the good times and, yes, through the times of struggle. We are a community of families that are there to lift up our friends and neighbors through the most challenging of circumstances, and Dave and I are very proud to be part of such a community. We are proud that SAR is such a community, and we thank all of you for making the SAR community into what truly feels like a larger extended family. Each of you has made a difference in the lives of those around you, whether you served as an example of strength by bravely facing down a difficult battle, or whether you were there with just a kind word or deed that transformed someone's dark moment into a season of light and hope. You have made a difference, and we would like to dedicate this honor to all of you who make SAR the wonderful school community that it is. As the Talmud teaches, Torah tchilata gmilut chasadim, v'sofa gmilut chasadim. The Torah begins and ends with acts of loving kindness. Thank you all so very much.
My closing remarks will be brief. Thank you very much to Rabbi Jeff Kobrin and Rabbi Stephen Exler who are here tonight. We appreciate your presence. Thank you. Very special thank you to Nick Fada, who works who got us to school on a snow day, despite our children not being so happy with that. But thank you very much for making that happen and for all that you do for our school and for this dinner, for this event. Thank you very much to you and to your entire team. Hope you, well deserved. Thank you again to our chairs. Thank you to all of you. Please continue the celebration by joining us downstairs. Have a very good night.
לפעמים מרגישים שהחיים כל כך קשים, מה יהיה עוד יום עוד שנה, אבל אני מחייך לא דואג להמשך, כי יש לי אמונה. אני יודע שיש אלוקים והוא בורא